It is a red alert weather day. The snow is still falling, and now the temperatures are falling too. Travel advisories are beginning to be lifted across our area, and within the past hour, a ban on buses and tractor trailers on interstates across the state was lifted. People have been out all day blowing and digging out driveways, snowed-in cars, fire hydrants, and the airport. The worst of the storm is over, but a wind chill warning is in effect until tomorrow morning. An up-to-date list of closings and cancellations is at the bottom of our screen. Good evening. We're live at the News 10 NBC Sky Deck. We have team coverage going on of this winter blast, which is still going on and is going to continue into tonight and into tomorrow. Let's right now go live to Robert Spetta in the Weather Lab with a look at what are now going to be some falling temperatures. Robert?
Well below the 0-degree mark. I know our meteorologist, Amanda McDonald, is up there on the roof. She is chilly. Amanda, how's it feel out there right now?
Yeah, you know, Robert, it is frigid across the area. I've only been out here a few minutes. My fingers are already hurting, and I have several layers on. The plow's still working on the streets in downtown Rochester, and I'm sure they'll be working overnight and into tomorrow. Thankfully, schools are off tomorrow, but, otherwise I think they may have been canceled. As we go ahead and take a quick look, as Robert mentioned, not showing much on our Next Lab radars that are available to everyone, but as we zoom into our live Doppler 10 radar, you can see the lake effect snow. We can see it, and no one else in town can see it. You know where that snow is falling right now. We've seen snowfall rates between 1/4 to 1/2 inch per hour, and these snowfall totals really piling up. As we do take a look, you can see some of the impressive numbers right now across the area. We have Newark, Greece, Irondequoit, just very impressive snow. And as Robert mentioned, we're still expecting an additional 2 to 4 inches of snow by noon tomorrow. So the big takeaway message is this is a 1-2 punch. Now we're dealing with lake effect and brutally cold wind chills. Tomorrow morning, wind chills will be down to around -25.
Snowstorm emergency responders are scrambling to make sure they're ready for the next big fire. They're working around the clock to dig out the area's fire hydrants, and they'd like some help. Beth Cephalo is live on Pinnacle Road in Rochester, where the work has been underway. Beth?
Good evening, Charles. And we are told by the Rochester Fire Department that there are actually 8,000 fire hydrants in the city. So you can imagine just how time-consuming that is for first responders on days like today. I mean, look at this one that we're by, completely buried by the snow. But all of it, according to fire crews tell me, is that it plays into public safety issues because they're dealing with a high number of calls because of the weather on top of messy road conditions and snowbanks, which make it that much harder to respond. So again, this is a public safety issue. So the entire weekend fire crews are out there digging out fire hydrants, and anytime they have that's free, they're going out there making sure they're doing it. Now the battalion chief tells me that each fire station is responsible for digging out their district's hydrants. The hard part though is the snow keeps falling like on a day like today, and then once the plows come down the road, they basically rebury all those fire hydrants. So that's where the public comes in. And the fire chief we spoke with says if neighbors are willing, the department welcomes the help, but they remind families that if you are digging out the fire hydrant, make sure you leave a 3-foot circle around the hydrant.
We're looking for 3 feet in a complete circle around the hydrant so we can connect to the hydrant and get water from it. Again, parking in front of the hydrants is always kind of makes it a dangerous situation for everybody who lives on that street if we can't access that hydrant.
Now, even if you aren't able to dig out the fire hydrant on your own, the fire chief says even just calling in your local fire department and letting them know that there are hydrants on your block buried, that will let them know what areas they need to hit, get them dug out. This way, just in case they need to use them, they can.
And with all the snow out there, officials are warning you to play it safe on snowmobiles. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says it'll be patrolling and watching snowmobile club trails, trail crossings, and trailheads, and enforcing snowmobile laws. If you get out on the snow, deputies say stay on permitted property. Please do it sober and be mindful of bad visibility from all that wind-driven snow, and beware of the extreme cold. And remember to stay informed during the frigid temperatures and sub-zero wind chill. Get the News 10 NBC weather app. You can download it for free from the App Store. News 10 NBC continues to track the snowfall and the bitterly cold temperatures. Let's take a look live out there at Cobbs Hill Park in Rochester. Well, it looks like the frigid fun may be happening out there. Our team coverage of the winter blast continues. Stay with us. This weekend's winter weather is giving neighbors a workout helping their neighbors and giving winter sports enthusiasts their own workout right outside the front door. Casey Jones is live right now at one of Rochester's downhill destinations, Cobbs Hill Park. Casey.
Hey Charles, it is cold out here. It's snowing and blowing. My nose is running. My fingers are frozen. But guess what? That didn't stop any families and other people from coming out here to enjoy the fun at Cobbs Hill. And we also caught up with some people that were digging out and helping others too.
Trying to get out of the snow, I guess. Getting a good workout, shoveling, sweating already. But yeah, hopefully by Monday, we'll be ready to go to work.
Locals like Amanda Hamill had to spend part of the day digging out. A monster storm blew through Rochester, dumping close to 20 inches of snow in some spots.
I've almost made it to the sidewalk.
From digging out to helping out.
Neighbors helping neighbors, good Samaritans.
Rosalina Morris got stuck trying to park her car, but her neighbor saved the day.
Somebody helped me get out earlier, so we're trying to return the favor.
But not everyone ended up working. Jim Kaiser grabbed a chance to get out skiing on Alexander Street.
I'm a cross-country skier and a runner. This is a lemons and a lemonade kind of deal. Very unique opportunity, so why not take advantage of it?
The Pinkins family at Cobbs Hill Park had the same idea.
He really wanted to go sledding, and this was like the perfect time seeing all the snow that came in.
But it was one and done for 3-year-old Grant.
Why didn't you want to go sledding again?
I'm scared.
So I've never been sledding myself, so I asked my friends back here to let me borrow their sled. So here it goes, guys. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me at the bottom, so back to you, Charles. Oh, ah. Oh, this is fun. Woo! Ah! 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 Where do I stop?
You can't normally steer one of those or stop it. You have to reach the bottom of the hill.
Oh.
Casey has actually never done that before. That was her first time, and that was a pretty good introduction. She just made my day right there. That was great. That's what people need to do. They need to get out there and enjoy the snow. It's not great for driving.
As you've been doing.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing it. We got some video for that a little bit later on, but I know everybody wants to know how long it's going to last and how cold these temperatures are going to get, too. I'm going to give you details on that coming up just after the break. So, and in fact, the temperatures are going to get cold again by next weekend. So, a short break. You know who wants a bit of a short break right now, though? I'm sure of it, is Amanda McDonald. She's still up there on the roof, trying to stay warm, I hope. How you doing up there, Amanda?
Yeah, my photographer, Mike Lowson, and I are like, this is going to be the longest 3.5-minute weathercast of our lives. It's brutally cold up here. The wind is certainly still blowing, but a lot of people taking full advantage of the winter weather. Earlier today, we saw a lot of folks out at the dog park. Even if you don't like the snow, I'm sure a lot of your dogs, people that own dogs, do. They're loving this big storm at Cobbs Hill Dog Park. Our crew saw a couple of dogs and their owners enjoying the weather. You can see the 2 dogs jumping, running, and playing all the snow, eating it. It's just a good day for it, but you can't stay out too long with wind chills as cold as they've been.
Just figured I'd take the dog out while it was had so much deep snow. He loves running around this stuff, and luckily there was really not many people here. So it's not going to discourage us from getting out. He loves the snow. I don't mind driving in it.
That's good. And just a friendly reminder, if you do have outdoor animals, you're going to want to bring them in and during this brutally cold next couple of days. I'll send it back into you, Robert and Charles.
Thanks, Amanda. And of course, even those who have to work when the snow blows in are up for a bit of play. Recognize this guy? We've long talked about how first alert meteorologist Robert Spetta is the big skier, and he was on duty today, but he did get his big chance on his lunch break. It was a nice snowy East Avenue, so off he went. Yeah. He brought his skis to work with him today.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
good idea.
Yeah. Never. That makes it great, because today is another day you have great snow out there. And in fact, we're still looking at a couple more inches in the forecast. In fact, about 2 to 4 north of the thruway. We still have a red alert in place because of those bitter cold temperatures. So if you head outside, bundle up, wear all the layers, bring the pets indoors tonight. We got a wind chill around -20. There is a bit of a warm up by midweek. We're actually going to get above the freezing point for a short time. before it gets cold again. Of course, it's January and it's Rochester.
Well over from unpleasant to dangerous.
Yeah.
So, all right, be safe. And just a reminder, you can stick with News 10 NBC for updates on the freezing temperatures and snowfall records. We'll have the conditions tonight at 11, and you can tune into News 10 NBC today at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll keep you updated on our website, WHEC.com, all night. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 11. NBC Nightly News is next.